Hi, welcome to Purge Reviews. Today we're looking at our top 100 games, specifically 50 through 41. We're really getting into the top games of what I like to play here. And I really hope, and what I hope to show you is just maybe some games you haven't heard of or thought of for a while. Maybe rethink a game that you played before, or maybe just take a chance on a game you've never heard before. We are looking for subscribers for the channel. If it's no bother, just go down below and subscribe. Push the subscribe button. We're looking to get to 500 right now. We're really close. But when we get to 700, I'll be giving away a copy of Manhattan Project Chain Reaction Deluxe Edition, brand new in the box. I bought an extra copy of this through the Kickstarter to give away on this channel. As most of you know, I don't rely on new games. I buy a lot of them myself. And I wanted to give back to those that have subscribed. We've already given away a lot of games on the channel, some prototypes I had sitting around, some Dice Masters and some things that I had. But this one is the first one I bought specifically to give away. So if you have any interest in this game, or maybe you want it for Christmas as a giveaway, let's try to get some subscribers to the channel. It really helps out. But today, we're not here to talk about subscribers. We're going to talk about my top 100 games. And right now we're on 50, and SYLVION is my number 50. This is a game that plays one or two, although I'd probably keep it to a solo experience. I love this game, and I'm designing a game right now based off of this game and my love for it. It's a homage to this game. Now, my game has changed a lot from what this game is, but I really love this game. And it is one of my favorite solo experiences to play. Now, the box that I have, which I think is the only box available, comes with 2 or 3 expansions. It comes with an advanced game and another variant. You get a lot in this box. You get a lot of different ways to play and a lot of different cards. I highly recommend SYLVION. Now, there's some that like the Onrium version of this game, or in the line it is. SYLVION's my favorite. This is about a forest building down. I'm going to be doing a playthrough of this pretty soon. I have a review of it up. Please take a look at this game. I have no financial considerations for it. I just love this game. Number 49 is My Village. Stronghold knocks it out of the park like they always do. Stronghold is, I don't have any connections. I don't know these people. I've seen Mr. Bonnercourt at Dice Tower Con. I always like saying hi to him. He doesn't know me from Joe. But Stronghold is one of the strongest companies, if not the strongest. And I don't say that from any particular bias, other than the fact that I love their games. This guy has an eye for good games, and My Village is one of them. This game is phenomenal. If you played Village, this doesn't shorten it. This just changes it. So it's still in that same universe, but this time, a little bit more card play, a little bit more decisions. You're going to be rolling some dice in this one. It is fantastic. I would tell you to support Stronghold, and I would tell you to support My Village. It's that good. Try this one out. There's a lot of things going on. You can't do everything. You got to find a path and kind of roll with it. You can pivot at times because your workers are going to die, and you must pivot. Huge part of this game, but I highly recommend it. And it just gets the mind working. Don't play this one when you're tired, guys. It's a mind bender. Number 48 is Lords of Vegas. This is a great game, and not one I expected to like by looking at it. You have these dice and these cards, and you're playing them. They represent casinos. And then people are merging and taking your... Wow! I've played this game with quite a few groups, and everybody loves this game. If you don't like this game, well, you're just not a casino lover, my friend, because it's the closest game that I've ever played to getting that casino feel. I love building the strip and the scoring in this game. This game brings just the right amount of luck with just the right amount of strategy. This could be a gateway game with people who can... I have gamers, new gamers that I play with, I'm like, okay, slow the horse. We're going to have to explain Ticket to Ride rules 4 or 5 times. Then I have some new gamers that I know right away they're going to pick up on things without going to the Panamax role. I mean, you want something that's still light enough, and Lords of Vegas does this. This is almost a game that I would say needs to be in everybody's collection. It's that good and that classic, and it's that easy to play. Lords of Vegas. Number 47 is Defenders of the Last Stand. Now, guys, this is a Mad Max game in a box. I've had the pleasure of meeting Richard Lanius a couple of times at the Dice Tower Con. One of the nicest guys in the world. He showed me Thunder Alley. And I tell you what, he might not know me from Adam, but he's a phenomenal human being. He loves games. he had this big Arkham game going at the Ice Tower, and he's just kind of mitigating the game and playing it out for people while they were playing. And he is just a world of fun to play with. It's so contagious to see how much he loves games. And when you play a game like Defenders of the Last Stand, let's be frank, is building off a pandemic, which is building off Defenders of the Realm and your Defenders of the Last Stand. But he changed it up enough to bring that world to life. And guys, that comes from a love of games. And that's what you get in this box, is somebody who loves games, who loves putting together, who says, I'm going to tweak what I've already done and put it back out. It's not just a retheme. I like it better than Defenders of the Realm. You're not going to see that higher on this list. This is a phenomenal game. I just need to play it more. Great game. 46 is Freedom, the Underground Railroad. Now, it's no secret that I love solo play. It's no secret that I love cooperative games. And I get no secret that I love history. I get all three in this box. I got my wife recommending this game. I got her requesting this game. This game is phenomenal, and it pulls your heartstrings when you know those black cubes that you're pushing up are human beings. And sometimes you have to sacrifice those human beings for the greater good. Now, for some reason, we do that in a war game. We don't think about it. But in this game, the history is so rich and so ingrained in our psyche, and they didn't sign up for it like a soldier. A soldier normally, bear with me, usually signs up for it and is fighting for a cause, and you believe in that cause, and you want to believe in that cause. At this point, human beings were forced to live, and they were forced to flee. And it's a very, very different feeling inside when you play it. Now, I'm not saying I like that feeling, but I do like that moral quandary that I have to make a decision about. Now, some people have been turned off by the theme of this game. Please don't be. This is a realistic thing. This is a learning tool. This could be used in a classroom. It's a great thing to teach your children about, having those moral quandaries. What am I going to do? And it's just so hard because there's no right answer, right? In your mind, you're like, yeah, there's a right answer. This is it. And somebody else thinks differently. And that's what's so great about human beings, is that we can disagree and we don't have to hate each other, guys. We can like each other. And that comes up in this game. There are people who are good guys in this story, terrible guys in the story, and you have your gray ones, right? And this game pulls it all out. And the history in this game is just sweating through. Fantastic. And I got to meet the Uwe, who makes this game, or at least publishes, and one of the nicest human beings. Doesn't know me for Adam, but I met him at a con, and just a nice human being. Sit down and talk to me about games. This is the type of game that I love to see, that brings a new theme together with a fun game that you also learn from. I mean, that's a triangle, guys. That hits a trifecta of what you're looking for sometimes. Number 45, Alien Frontiers. Now, one of my friends, good friend Scott, and I play this game every year at Dice Tower. We have an annual game of this, and our friendship started from this game. And I love it. And Scott is one of the funnest guys to play games with. I mean, he gets into games so much, and it's no different in Alien Frontiers. Now, at its heart, this is just a kind of a dice rolling. Whatever you roll in those dice, you're putting them out. They're almost like worker placement. And based on, you get maybe a 1, 2, 3, or 2 6s, you can do this, or, more than 4, you can do that, and different activities. So you have a plan of what you want to do, but based on what you roll, different plan may come up, or you may have to mitigate it, or punt, or pivot, or whatever. This is a really good game, guys. If you haven't played Alien Frontiers, the artwork is fabulous. This is one of those games where everything just kind of comes together for it. The artwork, the components, the gameplay, the length of the game. This is a classic. This game is really good. And to be fair, it probably should be higher. Number 44 is Memoir 44. Wow, didn't even notice that happened. That was totally an accident. Just caught it. This is kind of my go-to war game. It's about as heavy as I want to be, unless I'm going to sit down. Now, I'll play nearly anything with anybody. If you sit down with me and you're like, hey, try out this. I played Combat Commander, I believe, once. I'll sit down and play nearly anything if you keep it simple enough and keep me engaged and you're a good teacher. Memoir 44 is a game that's pretty easy to learn. It has so many scenarios of World War II. You're chucking some dice. It's fairly easy to play. Richard Borg, I've met him a couple times. He doesn't know me from Adam, but he is one of the nicest human beings I've ever met. I went to designer pitches with him, and he just gives the best advice. And when you see a guy like him have the success that he's had with this series, you know there's something right in the world. And Memoir 44, in my opinion, is his best game, and what a phenomenal game that it is. If you've never played it, try it out. It's something you and your spouse or you and your children can play. It's a 2-player game, and it goes back and forth really good, Memoir 44. Number 43 is Lewis and Clark. Now, this is one of my favorite racing games, but you're racing in this game. It's literally what you're doing. But there's a card play and this back and forth on the cards that you're getting and you're purchasing. I love the history in games. I love the history in this game. It really comes to life. All the cards you play are real people. It has history in the book. When me and my wife play this 2-player, when a card comes up, because we don't memorize the cards, but when a card comes up, what does that card do? We'll read the history of the card and then the power that it does. And man, that is just the best for us. I like this game. I'm okay with it between 2 and 4. I'm fine with that. It doesn't bother me either way. I've heard some people say they like it a certain number of players. Your cards play off who is the left and right of you. So you get more resources. Just keep it simple. If they have a pink icon, they have a pink icon on each side, and I play one, I get bonuses because they played it. So you want to make sure that your icons aren't out that much. It is just a wonderful game. I really like this game. And I think, I'm by no means a board game expert, people, but I think this one's been kind of polarizing a little bit. And the dice game came out that I think some people liked, but my goodness, this is a great game. Number 42 is AUTOMANIA. This is a gateway game. I mean, it's just a tad bit over gateway, maybe. But it's a phenomenal game about car development and producing and manufacturing cars. Now, we've seen Martin Wallace's automobiles. We got Kanban, and we have AUTOMANIA. I call that my trifecta. So you got AUTOMANIA, which is the more gateway. You have the medium, which is automobile, and then Kanban, which is the extreme one, right? The harder, the heavier one, if you will. AUTOMANIA has a place in my collection probably for the rest of my life. And the fact that this game isn't talked about more is just a sin. People need to check out this game and really, really give it some thought about playing. I think this is one that people have missed. I think the artwork on the box may set it back a little bit. I don't know. But this game, I really feel like could be in a Target. It may be just a little too heavy, but you got Catan in there and you got some other games in there now. I think this might be able to get in there, and it's really good. This is one I'll be fighting for a while, and that's AUTOMANIA. Now, the last one on today's list is number 41, Firefly the game. Now, okay, let's get it out of the way. I like Firefly. Now, is it my favorite series of all time? No. I like it because it's short. Now, one of the reasons why I do like it is that I can purge it or binge it rather quickly. It doesn't take a lot. So I'm actually rewatching it now. It has that nice mix of episodic with an ongoing story because you see the same characters a lot. I'm talking about the TV show. But characters who are really, really likable. And their characters were almost completely defined since episode 1. In the game, I find the TV show. I find I'm going through, I'm seeing the characters. It's a pick up and deliver game for the most part. It's a little long. Once you know the rules, you can bust through it rather quickly and it doesn't take as long. But that's probably its biggest drawback is how much time it takes. There's a lot of expansions for it. You can have the ships all painted up to look nice. This is a really good game. Now, for a pick up and deliver game, would I recommend it to somebody who's not a fan of Firefly? Maybe not. There's a few pick up and deliver games that maybe they want to look into, but I'll tell you what, this one is my favorite pick up and deliver game. I don't know if it's the gateway game, but if you like that space opera, space western at all, watch the show. I'm sure that people will end up liking it and then play the game or backwards and frontwards. But Firefly the game is a very solid entry. Well, we made it through 41 so far. We're really making it down this list. This is a very hard thing to do, I must admit. Much harder than I thought it would be. If you can please subscribe to the channel, we would be glad for you to become part of our family. Keep in mind that we'll be giving away a copy of the Manhattan Project, Chain Reaction. I thank you for watching Purge Reviews. Check out some of our other reviews to find out which games you should keep and which ones you should get rid of. Thanks for watching.